Okay, hello again. Today we are talking about Lamictal, and I have the same shirt on as last week, but that's okay because I'm filming more than one video in one day, and I hope you're okay with that because I'm okay with that. So Lamictal is a pretty heavy drug, as I like to call it. Lamictal is classified as an anticonvulsant, but it's also used as a mood stabilizer in the psych patient, so bipolar, depression, that kind of thing. Again, the generic name, the brand name. So when you're on this medication, you need to titrate up very slowly. Typically, doctors will titrate you up about 25 milligrams per week. So you'll start at 25, you'll do that for a week, and then you'll go up to 50 for a week, and then 75, and then 100, and whatever, and then you stop at whatever dose your doctor says to stop. But you do titrate up very slowly on Lamictal, and the reason for that is because, hate to say this because I don't want to scare you, but there is a fatal rash that can come along with Lamictal, and that is called Stevens-Johnson syndrome. And this rash it's not just any old rash, it creates huge blisters all over the body. Very painful, very itchy. It's best to catch it early. So what I tell patients is, if you're on Lamictal and you notice even like a small rash, go to the ER, make sure that it's not Stevens-Johnson's. If it is, then you can get help, before it's like a full-blown rash, like body rash. So that's up here. Make sure that you do not miss a dose, especially if you're taking this for seizures. You cannot stop this medication abruptly. If you do, you're at an increased risk for a seizure, number one. Number two, it's not good. Again, don't crush the enteric-coated or extended release caps or tablets. Oh, blood level. It is very important that if you are on Lamictal, you get Lamictal levels drawn. The therapeutic blood level for Lamictal is 1 to 5 micrograms per milliliter. It's important that you get your Lamictal level checked. I'm not going to put a time frame on it because I'm not 100% sure. But also, when you're on Lamictal, it's important to get a blood test called a CMP. That is called a complete metabolic panel. That will give you your kidney and your liver function tests, and because Lamictal is such a heavy drug, it's important because it's metabolized by your liver, because Lamictal metabolizes in the liver and is excreted in the kidneys. It's important to make sure that your kidneys are working properly, and same thing with your kidneys, to make sure that they're getting rid of the Lamictal and getting it through your system. So, complete metabolic panel, in my opinion, I would say every 6 months. But I don't know. If I was a doctor, I would also do a CBC on with that, which is your complete blood count, which gives your white blood cells, your red blood cells, your platelets, all of that stuff. So that's just a little bit about Lamictal. This is not everything. This is, also an important thing. If you take birth control that contains estrogen, it will decrease the Lamictal levels. And it's still basically I don't know if it works both ways. I don't know if the Lamictal decreases the effectiveness of the birth control. I've asked several people, doctors, and they have said that the research doesn't show that, but I don't actually have the research in front of me. So if you are on a birth control that contains estrogen, just know that it does decrease the Lamictal in your blood, and also use a backup method, so condom is typically the most common. So just make sure you use up a backup barrier method just in case it does work both ways. So that's all for Lamictal.